Sonic Frontiers. It's a Sonic game. I've heard it's going to be one of the Sonic games of all time. This game has been a whirlwind of good and okay and just what? So I wanted to cover my thoughts on the game so far and see if I'm going to enjoy this game. Real quick though, one thing that needs to be mentioned is the marketing for this game has been goddamn bonkers. You have a teaser at Sonic Central 6 months or 7 months before the game gets officially trailerized, if that's a word. What was it? The Game Awards? Into the Game Awards, and then you wait another 6 months to show the game, and then the first time you show the game, you show it off like it's in pre-alpha beta footage, whatever, and then a couple weeks after that, you show even better footage, and then after that, a Nintendo Direct. Like, what's happening here? I think Sega need a crash course on how to market their game. So I'm going to make this video into categories and it's not going to be very concise. My laptop's literally closed for this one. So let's start with the open world, or as they call it, the open zone. I still don't know what that means. They can make as many definitions as they want for that, but I don't know what it means. It's still an open world game.
What's the difference between open world and open zone?
I think it looks very fun. Now, a lot of people have said this game looks kind of empty, and Sonic moves a lot slower than he probably should, but this game, I think it's going to have an upgrade system where you can upgrade your speed as you go along, so that's fine. As for the empty portion, my reasoning for this game doesn't look as empty as people are saying is because Sonic is fast, right? He's a fast character. He's not like Link, where Link runs at a normal speed. Sonic is supposed to be blazing in as well, and you can see that with the boost. So as you're traversing through the world, you're going to be boosting a lot, so there's not going to be enough time to, you know, stop and attack enemies and then continue to stop, attack enemies, stop, attack enemies. If you have it designed in a way like Breath of the Wild, or in the same way as Breath of the Wild, with a character like Sonic, you're just going to be stopping and fighting a lot of the time. And I know in a game like this, a lot of people are going to want to go fast, so that's probably why it looks empty. But for me, it looks quite fun. I'm not really concerned about the grind modes as well, because I actually think the grind modes could add a lot more traversal options into the game, and I think that's what it's going for. I think it's going to be more like I think there's going to be a fast travel in this game. So this is going to be like a kind of fast travel, but kind of not fast travel. If you want to take like the easy route and not focus on like running up hills and stuff like that, then you can just go on the rails. The one thing that I don't like about this open world is the boost pads, and I've noticed that on 2 occasions. Actually, no, I've noticed on 3 occasions, there were areas where a boost pad was not needed. Like, why we can't just run normally? I don't know. We have a boost, so that's going to make us go faster anyway. It's not like it's going to be hard for us to run in paths, because the controls look smooth. And that's another thing I wanted to say. The controls actually look quite smooth, especially when boosting as well, which is mind-blowing. But yeah, we don't need a boost pad to direct us into places that we already know we need to go to. We can literally just jump over them. I think there's going to be some abilities that come back from previous Sonic games, like the light speed dash. I've heard that's confirmed. I've heard the drop dash is confirmed, although I don't know how it's going to be a drop dash with no spin dash. There might be some form of like whatever Sonic 06 had with the gems, but we never know. We're just gonna have to wait and see if they show us, although they want to keep a lot of things a secret, which I'm going to get back to. So yeah, as for the open world, that's fine. Now, a big portion of the open world that I haven't really covered is the combat. I think the combat looks solid for a Sonic game, because this is not like the game journalist guy said, this is not Devil May Cry. This is not going to be like a Bayonetta game. This is not going to be like a Tekken but in 3D game. This is going to be a Sonic game, and obviously the main focus of this game is going to be like how you can traverse into the world. So like combat is probably like I think combat, well, maybe I'm not wording this right. I think combat's going to be fun. I think it's going to be fun. I like how it looks so far. I think it looks pretty engaging, and I've heard, well, I've read that there's going to be different options. So you can have just a normal speed-based or more speed-focused mode, and then a more actiony mode. So I've heard that. So I don't think it's going to be as button mashy as the first IGN trailer made it out to be. I think it's going to be, you know, quite fun, quite engaging. You know, you're gonna have to actually focus on what you're doing. Now, as for the abilities, the Psy-Loop, which I think is a stupid name, they should have just kept with the spin cycle. I think the Psy-Loop looks pretty cool, you know, especially when boosting that tower. Is it called tower? Yeah, when boosting and using the spin cycle on him, I think it looks pretty cool. And on enemies as well. I think on bosses it can look pretty dope. Like, you can find new ways of trying to attack a boss. I think that, I'm having to describe them, but that the one that looks like the Cyan Wisp, I don't like it as much, if I'm going to be honest. It doesn't look like it does that much damage. I'm comparing it to the other ones that we're going to cover in, you know, due time. It doesn't look as damaging as it does with the, like, was it Sonic Boom? This one, the one where he's like kicking and punching really fast. That one looks pretty cool. I was actually surprised when I saw that one. The other one, which was, I think it was the axle kick, or that kick, the one where he does a backflip and then kicks. I like that as well. I think that it looks pretty cool as well, but that's more like an aesthetic. I don't know how much damage it's going to do. I don't think the Sonic kicks a lot is going to do quite a lot of damage. I don't know about the Sonic backflip kick. I think that might do quite a bit, but I'm not sure. And then the whatever this is, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really a huge fan of it, and it doesn't look that smooth. If I'm going to be honest, like it's not a smooth transition into the attack. It's more like a bam, you know. So that's it for those attacks. There might be more, but I'm not sure specifically. One thing I did want to mention is that I know Supersonic's going to be in this game, so I wonder if you will be able to, after unlocking all of the emeralds, you'll be able to, you know, fly around the island as him. I mean, these islands look pretty big, so I'd imagine it'd be quite a nice, you know, thing to do. So yeah, that's it for the open world. Let's get on to real quick, the puzzles. I forgot about the puzzles because they actually didn't cross my mind. I don't know what it is, but they don't look as like a to me, you know. Like I think the Silu point, that one actually looked the most engaging. The one where you were home and attacking those robot bugs or whatever, that looks kind of cool, but I don't know. And then the statue moving one, or the sidestep one, or the one where the IGN guy couldn't finish. I don't know. They're not really like as hooking me as much as the combat and the actual traversal options. But that's just probably the easiest puzzles that they have like in the game, and then as you go on, it's gonna get harder and harder and harder. That makes sense. So let's move on to the cyberspace. It's interesting that they haven't showed us like a proper trailer which included more than like 4 seconds of cyberspace. We only had like a trailer that has like, yeah. So cyberspace, what are my thoughts? I think the idea of it being Sonic's memories is a cool idea. It's a decent idea, you know, maybe, but it's another way to, get old stages. The one thing I don't like about this is the old stages. Now, I don't know what the city is that I'm looking at here. I can't pin a city to it. It looks like a combination of Green Hill's back after people have complained several times that Green Hill Zone is not what they want to see in a Sonic game. Sonic Forces, I think people got sick of Green Hill Zone, and now in Sonic Frontiers, not surprisingly so. It's actually quite understandable why, because this has been shown in every game since Generation. I don't know what the obsession is with Green Hill, but I don't know. I don't care, to be honest. But it's just more like why is it back? Then we're gonna have I forgot that city stage again from Unleashed, and then we're gonna have Chemical Plant, then an entirely 2D. Now, for me, I'm not really like bothered about the 2D sections. I actually like them as part of like a 3D level, because it's like a nice, go from a 3D, then you go to a 2D, more platformy, then you go to a 3D, more speedy, and then 2D, and then 3D. I'm not really like someone who hates 2D that much. Or maybe in the past, but right now, not really. But having an entirely 2D section, 2.5D especially, with the Sonic controls that we have in Frontiers, I don't know. That's not something I'm too confident about. Then again, these cyberspace levels have been considered the best parts of the game, so maybe it's just a wait and see situation for me. I don't know, but I'm not really a huge fan of the fact that it's going to be an entirely 2D section. I think we're using these to unlock. I can't remember specifically because I haven't seen the interview in quite a bit, in like a week. I don't know what's going to be specifically unlocking. I know Big's going to be involved in cyberspace. I've heard Eggman's going to be involved in cyberspace. Amy, you unlock Amy, like you capture her from cyberspace. I think that's how you're collecting the hearts. So I don't know especially what's going to be happening with it. It's more like a wait and see situation for me. And yeah, I was going to have to wait and see. I can't cover too much the story or the characters because we only know Sage. I know Sage is going to be like a brand new character that's going to be in the game. She looks like Infinite a bit. And maybe it's because of the red, pixelated, whatever on her hair right next to her. But yeah, I don't know the similarity. There's just a similarity somewhere. And I hope they're not being used for like the same function. I hope they're going to be used for like have different motives. So last but not least, let's talk about the boss battles. Now, in the leaks, it said something about Titans, and that's what they're being referred to. So I'm going to imagine those Titans I've heard there's gonna be 4 islands, so I'm gonna imagine 4 islands, 4 titans, and to get each Chaos Emerald you need 7. I'm gonna imagine you need 7 cyberspace levels for each island. 1 supersonic boss battle, there's gonna be 1 Mega Titan, and 1 Mega Titan for every island, which means there's gonna be 4 Mega Titan battles, which is kind of wild because I never thought I'd see that in a Sonic game. You're just fighting titans on the regular. You saw like kaiju monsters in like Sonic Adventure 1, 2, Heroes, but you didn't think you just fight them like as these are kind of like mini battle, because I'm gonna imagine it's like a huge final battle that we're not going to be able to see until the game comes out. But I think I'm cool with the Titan idea. I think the Titans look pretty good, especially if they're going to be like flying around or walking around in the open world. I mean, we've already saw the dragon one where she was flying, where they were flying around in the open world, and it goes into like a a sidestepping section, and then I'm gonna assume once you attack the head, it's gonna come to like a normal brawler type boss battle similar to like the one with Zawak Sonic Forces. The only positive of that being is that it's going to be smoother controls and you're actually punching and kicking it. So I'll be interested to see how that plays out. And yeah, I think that should be it for the Sonic Frontiers coverage review. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Hopefully you turn on the bell notification on to see if there's anything. Yeah, that's it, I guess. See you guys in the next video when I cover whenever there's news for Sonic Frontiers. Anyway, I'll be off now. Take care.